Ito ka ba? Yes. Tomorrow. Ay, grabe kasi. Mabigat. Alam naman talaga.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning po. Magandang umaga po sa inyo, dear partners in the media. Of course, we also greet our hardworking executives, officers, and colleagues who are joining us today in this press conference. Sir Lem, iniimbitahan po namin kayo to join us here in front. Ayan. So once again, welcome to our press conference. This is part of our 29th anniversary celebration. And a little backgrounder lamang po doon sa mga hindi pa nalalaman. Ano po? It was on February 14, 29 years ago in 1995 when our Charter, Republic Act 7875, which has twice been amended, was signed into law. So, nag-birthday po ang inyo pong PhilHealth noong February 14. And all at the same time, yung buong February ay sineselebrate natin yung National Health Insurance Program Month. Ito po ang centerpiece program ng PhilHealth, yung National Health Insurance Program Month. And that was by virtue naman of Proclamation 1400. No po? So, before we finally proceed to our press conference, we would like to acknowledge the presence of our friends from the media, from TV5, ABS-CBN, IDC 13, Market Monitor, Radyo Veritas, A to Z, Philstar, Manila, Malaya Business Insight, Channel News Asia, The Daily Tribune, Net25, Chinese Commercial News, nandito po, kasama natin, DWBL, Remate, DWBC, at DZBB. Meron pa po. RMN, DZXL, Business Mirror, Filipino Mirror, Teleradyo Salis 30, DWIZ, at Philippines Graphic. We are waiting for more. Papasok lang, DWWB. Dito rin po, syempre, in our panel is our President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Emmanuel Mandy Ledesma Jr.
Good morning, morning everyone po. Morning po.
Dito rin po ang ating Chief Operating Officer, Attorney Eli Dinos Santos. Kasama din po sa ating panel ang ating pong Senior Vice President for Fund Management Sector, si Sir Renet Limsiaco. Dito rin po siyempre ang ating Vice President for Quality Assurance Group, si Dr. Francisco Soria Jr. And of course, our Vice President for Member Management Group, si Mr. Lemuel Untalan. Nandito rin siyempre yung ating pong mga iba pa, mga Senior Vice Presidents, and Area Vice Presidents, Senior Managers, all supporting us in today's press conference. So, without much ado, but hindi pa pala ako nakapagpapakilala, Ray Balenya po from the Corporate Affairs Group. So, without much ado, so, sir, I'm just waiting for the cue na lang po from you. But definitely, we will acknowledge dun sa mga media partners natin na darating pa. So, don't you worry po. Okay? So again, Ray Balenya from the Corporate Affairs Group moderating today's press conference. So without much ado, let me give you our President and Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Emmanuel Mandy Ledesma Jr., for his statement.
Thank you po, Sir Ray. Good morning po. Sir, dito na lang, no? Dito na lang, okay lang. Anyway, good morning everyone po. Thank you very much. I know how busy all of you are. We really appreciate it when you take time out from your busy schedules to join us, no? Very important sa amin to, no? We really find opportunities like this very helpful to us kasi we can share our plans, our programs, our policies in PhilHealth, no? At the same time po, I'm sure kung may mga questions kayo, need clarifications, feel free to ask us po, no? Thank you again po, no? Just the other day, nag-attend ako ng summit sa Philippine Heart Center, no? I gave a talk for PhilHealth, no, regarding the benefits for heart. And yung executive director nila, si Doc Joel, sabi niya sa akin, galing namin, no? Alam mo, yung anniversary date namin, February 14, Valentine's na araw ng puso. Sobrang galing, kumagalan siya sa akin. So anyway, sabi ko, oh, congratulations, happy anniversary, so and so. Sabi ko, baka hindi niyo po alam, yung PhilHealth, ganun rin, February 14 rin, no? Sabi niya, kala niya, linuloko ko siya. So anyway, sabi ko, hindi, Doc, totoo yun, diba? Sabi, oh, pareho pala tayo, no? Sabi ko, pareho po, except that, mas bata po yung PhilHealth po, 29 years lang kami. Yung Heart Center kasi mag-50 na sila, 49 years na sila, no? But we share the exact same anniversary, no? So I told Doc, sabi ko, naku, pareho-pareho kasi both agencies, no, share the same anniversary and both really talagang yung puso para sa taong bayan, no? And it was a very good event, no? And I just found it interesting that we shared the exact same anniversary, no? Also yesterday, kami po ni COO, we attended a meeting in Mamayang with no less than His Excellency President BBM, no? And it was together with the hall was filled up, no? Most of the cabinet secretaries were there. Yung Health PISA, Private Sector Advisory Council, led by Sabine Aboitis and Paolo Borromeo were present, no? Tapos full force sila. It was a very good discussion, no? And actually, tatlo lang yun sa agenda, no? And to quote Paolo Borromeo, sabi niya, Mr. President, we only have 3 items on the agenda and clearly we'll save the best for last. Kasi yung pinakamatagal at pinaka-importante for them was PhilHealth, no? And we were able to, yesterday, kami po ni CEO, we were able to successfully lay down the programs and policies of PhilHealth. And after the meeting, no, very happy naman lahat, no, including PPPM, no? And we just got more excited kami ni CEO pag-alis namin ng Malacanang, diba? Kasi it just showed that we are moving forward, we are making great strides. But at the same time, it also shows na ang dami po namin kailangan gawin, no? So, kailangan po namin, especially when it comes to information dissemination, when it comes to relaying the programs to the people, sana po, tulungan niyo po kami, no? Very, very important yan, no? In fact, I was telling Ma'am Joey, yung IT guru namin, hindi, pag yung meeting kahapon, hindi pa nga nakaupo si PBBM, he just arrived, no? He arrived short, so he arrived, as usual, he was the last, no? Pagdating niya, hindi pa siya nakaupo, ang una niyang sinabi, sabi niya, where are we at with regards to the digitalization of PhilHealth? Very, very important yan, nasa na tayo, diba? And ma'am, he was asking for breakdown of timetable, schedule, everything, and he said that that's very, very important. We have to get moving there, no? And buti na lang, nandun rin si DICT Sec Ivan, no? At wala doon si Ma'am Joey, but at least Ma'am Joey briefed me, and we're really been moving, no? Ever since we signed the MOU around 9 or 10 months ago, no? Ma'am Joey and her team and all of us here at PhilHealth have really been working 24/7 to make sure that our digitalization plans come to fruition. Lastly, before I read my short message, no, ang sinabi ko lang basically yesterday sa kay PBBM, no, PhilHealth, napakalaki po ng PhilHealth, no, ang laki-laki ng PhilHealth, ang dami-daming empleyado, no, ang dami-daming plans, ang dami-daming programs. But if you really narrow down PhilHealth, there are really 4 main issues, no, and those 4 issues, to break it down, not in order of importance, no, is digitalization, which according to PBM yesterday is probably the most important, no. The second main issue is the payments of claims to hospitals and doctors, no. The third one is the increase of the benefit packages, the case packages which haven't been touched for 12 or 13 years, no. And the last one, of course, is the reorganization. Kulang na kulang kami ng tao, no. So even if we're working 24/7, talagang nafe-feel talaga namin na we really need to add manpower, no, in all areas of PhilHealth, no, in all lawyers, IT, finance, HR, OP, COO, lahat talaga kulang, no. So as you all know, diba, we're working with GCG, closely coordinating with GCG, with Malacanang, and we're moving forward already. So it's safe to assume very soon, no, we will be increasing our manpower from 7,000 to more than 10,000. Hopefully with that, we should be able to even provide much better service to the Filipino people and give up to our mandate. Anyway, again, good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending the press conference today again. And before I forget, so I mentioned those 4 areas. For me, those are the 4 most critical areas of PhilHealth, no? So as we go along, I think after Q&A tayo, no, feel free to ask us any questions. But I will discuss it, my message, and we will discuss it also. Then feel free to let us know, no, whatever queries you have. No. But again, we are happy to report that we'd like to think that we are really addressing these issues. No. And I think it's safe to assume so far, no, we've made great strides and we've been successful. And gusto na po namin tuloy-tuloy na lang po. No. For the entire month of February, the country is observing the National Health Insurance Month. Last Feb 14, as I mentioned earlier, PhilHealth commemorated its 29th anniversary. So next year po, nasa 3rd, we're celebrating our milestone 30th anniversary, Feb 14 next year. No? Sabi ko kay CEO, sana po nandito pa ako to celebrate with our PhilHealth, our 30th anniversary. Our anniversary theme, thanks to Sir Ray Valena, damang-dama ko ang benepisyo, is a manifestation of PhilHealth's response to the call of our beloved Excellency, President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. for better health insurance coverage for all Filipinos. As you all know, PhilHealth has started implementing important enhancements in benefits in 2023, such as the expansion as well as the institutionalization of 156 hemodialysis sessions for patients with chronic kidney disease stage 5. Ito po, hinighlight ko ulit kahapon, sinabi ko lang kay PBBM na, Mr. President, just in case you forgot during your last zona, ito po yung pinakamalakas na palakpak, no, nung in-announce niya po to, especially from the congressman, no. And sabi niya, naalala ko niya, in fact, it put a big smile in his face, no. Increase in coverage for ischemic and hemorrhagic stroke and high-risk pneumonia, and the launch of the groundbreaking outpatient mental health package. For 2024, we have lined up more benefit packages for expansion. We at PhilHealth are grateful, truly grateful, that we are able to support the President in his vision of Bagong Pilipinas. To make this happen, we continue to strengthen our resolve to invigorate our healthcare delivery system under our trust of Pinalawak at mga bagong benepisyo para sa Mamayang Filipino. On the 30% increase for select case rates, dear media partners, I would like to share very good news for all of us. No? Last February 14, 2024, which coincides with Valentine's Day and PhilHealth's 29th founding anniversary, the 30% increase in the coverage rate of most of our benefit packages took effect. This will restore substantial coverage affected by health inflation. The move is very timely since it will efficiently and effectively strengthen our case-based payments, which will have a significant impact on our members' coverage in terms of financial protection. Kung tataas ang benepisyo, pababa ang gagastusin sa pagpapagamot at mas mararamdaman ng miyembro ang benepisyo nila mula sa PhilHealth. Yesterday po, sa meeting namin ng CEO sa Malacanang, may nagtanong, bakit ang nakikinig namin 30%? Sabi ni speaker, 50%. Bakit bitin? Dapat ginawa niyo ng 50, no? So anyway, the way I addressed the question, sabi ko, it's been 12 or 13 years na enhance or na adjust or na increase yung case packages, no? Now, PhilHealth started with the first 3 and with the 156 hemodialysis last year. And the increases were very huge, no? From 200 to 300%. Tapos wala pang na-freeze yung premium contribution, diba? Na-freeze namin. So we did all that while the premium contribution was frozen, no? So sabi ko, now 30% almost across the board in-increase ng PhilHealth. So ang tanong nila, bakit 30? Bakit hindi 50? So sabi ko, well, first of all, sana naman we look at the bright side, no? Let's look at the half full instead of half empty. Yung 30%, umpisa pa lang naman yun eh, diba? It doesn't mean it will stop there, no? But at least we've made great strides, no, as compared to the last 12 or 13 years, na zero, diba? So they understood and they said, oh, that's okay. So I said, but we are one with Speaker Martin when he says we have to increase the packages across the board. And we are very supportive. We have worked very closely with Speaker Martin, no? In fact, he's very good friends with most of us, no? And we will get there, no? So sabi ko sa nagtanong, I think it was DBM, sabi ko, 30% is just a start, no? And if it clearly shows that we have to increase it more, we don't have a problem doing it, no? In fact, maybe we don't even have to stop at 50, no? It's like alam mo yung capitation rates natin sa konsulta. Kasi diba, we were saying yung public at yung private 500 pesos, yung private 750 pesos. Yung sabi, ano ba yan? Napakaliit naman, kulang yan, diba? They're saying isang X or whatever. So anyway, what we have done, again, because we listen to all of you and it's the clamor, no? We have increased it, the process of increasing it from 500 to 1,500 for public and 750 to 1,750 for private. Again, hindi tayo sigurado kung okay na yan, but at least, you know, like the 30%, it's a good start, no? And if we at PhilHealth feel na kulang pa rin yan, walang problema, increase pa rin namin, diba? We just keep on working hard and increasing until we feel that that is the right number for the Filipino people. Kung tataas ang benepisyo, bababa ang gagastusin sa paggagamot at mas mararamdaman ng miyembro ang benepisyo nila mula sa PhilHealth. This is a momentous event because it's the very first time that there will be an across the board or almost across the board increase since the all case rate payment scheme was introduced 10 years ago. I think with deep gratitude, the board of directors for approving the 30% inflation adjustment in our case rates and for making PhilHealth benefits relevant and responsive to the medical needs of the Filipino people. This move will greatly help in lowering the out-of-pocket expenses for members. If not totally wipe out through our no balance billing or walang dagdag bayad policy should they be admitted in PhilHealth ward or hospitals. On the implementation of the 5% premium adjustment, with all of PhilHealth's plan benefit enhancements, there's a need to generate more funds to sustain these positive reforms. As mandated in Section 10 of the Universal Healthcare Act of 2019, PhilHealth will implement this last increase of 1% in premium contributions, thereby adjusting the premium contribution to 5% with an income ceiling of 100,000. No? Ito na po yung huling increase. So it's basically from 4 to 5%. No? Actually po, dapat kasi 4 to 4.5 yun last year and 4.5 to 5 this year. No? Pero nasuspend po kasi yung last year. So now we will jump from 4 to 5. No? That translates to roughly, ang 0.5 kasi is around 17.5 billion po. No? So from 4 to 5 this year, that translates to around 35 billion pesos, no? For PhilHealth. No? So just for your information. And it's the last increase already. So those are one of the issues I think that was considered when Malacanang decided on the premium increase. No? And I think I received a letter from Honorable Executive Secretary Lucas Bersamin. I think I got it 7 to 10 days ago. And in the letter, it was clearly stated that after very, very thorough study, no, Malacanang has decided that they pose no objection, no? Kasi na-implement na po yung increase noong January 1, no? So we wrote a letter to them seeking guidance and clarification and so. And they said they pose no objection to the increase, no? And even yesterday, I think it was clearly stated by BBM na matutuloy po yung increase, no? I appeal to you, our dear friends, our dear media partners, to help us on this issue. With your support, we can widely and timely disseminate the right information and inform our kababayans on their improved benefits and services they can avail of in exchange for their hard-earned contributions. No, I was saying earlier, and actually, if you have additional questions, this can be explained much better by Sir Lem or Sir Renet. No, kasi ang translation niya is roughly 35 billion. So mag-increase tayo from 4 to 5%. So 35 billion ang papasok sa PhilHealth, no? But at the same time, if you add the rollout of the 3 case packages last year, plus the 156 hemodialysis sessions, plus the almost across the board 30% increase in benefit packages this year, net, I don't know, Sir Lem, maybe ako in my mind lang, siguro that's north of 60 or 70 billion. Again, it's just a mental calculation, no? 60 to 70 billion. So, kung ibabangga po natin, di ba, 35 billion versus this, talagang way ahead yung benefits, no? And again, as I mentioned earlier, nasa batas po yun, sumusunod lang pa kami sa batas, no? And anyway, nasuspend na siya last year. And this year, ramdam yung increase in benefit packages, no? Maybe later you can elaborate more, Sir Lem, no? But I think, ganun, diba? Ganun yung number, parang 47. Anyway. Announcement of new contact information. To enable our members to access correct information and inquire about various services available to them, we are also launching today our new hotline, 8662-2588. Ganda ng numero, puro 8662-2588. And 4 mobile numbers now flashed on the screen. Saan ba naka-flash? Naka-flash ba yan? Ayan. So anyway, we can give you copies of this po, no? So, ayan, there. Yan, so naka-flash yung screen, hindi namin makita, pero anyway, nandyan yung hotline, and then the 4 mobile numbers, no? So these new touch points are accessible po 24/7, including weekends and holidays. As it is here in PhilHealth po, hindi naman uso sa amin dito ang weekends at holidays. Tuloy-tuloy yung trabaho namin, no? Aside from this, our members can also request a callback to the said mobile numbers by texting PHIC callback space mobile number space details of concern. No? This callback feature is an innovation we introduced during the pandemic. We will continue with this service, which is widely recognized by our members. This move will significantly benefit our members, especially our OFW members, because they don't have to wait for Philippine office hours to be able to contact PhilHealth. In addition, members can now access the click-to-call channel on the PhilHealth corporate website, www.philhealth.gov.ph. Members can click the icon located at the bottom right portion of the website and will be directed to a live agent using their personal computer or smartphone connected to the internet. This service is also available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Tandaan at tawagan po natin ang ating mga numero na ito kapag kailangan po. Remember, you can now ask your questions about your PhilHealth benefits any time of the day, anywhere in the world. Launch of PhilHealth Media Center. We also want to maintain an open line of communication with you. Our partners in the media, our friends in the media, mga boss po namin sa media. As such, we have just opened a space for you in the PhilHealth head office at room 1904 City State Center, 709 Shaw Boulevard, Pasig City. No? Ito ata Sir Ray yung linunch, diba? Kami COO, bibig sila Sir Ray. Last month. No? So actually, napakaganda po yung kwarto. And I understand Sir Ray, there will always be cookies and refreshments and coffee and sandwiches available po. No? 24/7 rin yun po. So, hindi raw po. So, pero talaga may mga cookies, may mga sandwiches yun, diba? So, hindi 24/7, mga 96, business hours. Business hours. So anyway, we did that really for all of you. It's our way of showing our, in our own little way, yung gratitude, no? Gratitude namin at pasasalamat namin, no? And talagang we're really pleading and begging and hoping and praying. Sana po talaga matulungan nyo kami this year. Dami po namin plano eh. Very excited. Sobra kami excited ni CEO and the rest, no? So, it can only be successful, it can only come to fruition if our dear friends really help us. Please na lang po. Please. Excuse me. So there you can stay and write your stories, just reconnect, touch base, have merienda with us, and let me show it to you in this video. So, we have a short video po. So, ito pala yan. Nauna po yung video. Very good video. Thank you po. Actually, in the PhilHealth Media Center, more important than yung sinabi kong food and beverages and coffee, no? What will be readily available there is the historical and available materials on PhilHealth po. So at least, kasi for sure, may marami kayong tanong about PhilHealth, nandun po, kompleto po yung mga materials doon, no? So when you're having refreshments or pwede you can go over it or you can feel free to ask us, diba? Then right there, then we can furnish it to you. In the PhilHealth Media Center, we can offer you some comfortable space, modern refreshment, readily available materials. And I also invite all of you, pag may oras po kayo, it's only, it's in the PhilHealth office. It's on the 1904. So on the 19th floor po, no, baka pwede kayo dumaan, no. We created this just for our good friends, no, for you all, no. So again, it's in our head office. The room is 1904. No? Again, the partners in the media, please help us disseminate the right information about the programs and services of PhilHealth so we can reach our members far and wide. With your support, our kababayans will be empowered with knowledge on their benefits as well as the services offered by PhilHealth. The realization of universal health care lies not only on when the policies are released and implemented, but also in how Filipinos are able to access and avail themselves of these benefits that were intended for all. Maraming salamat po, and God bless you all. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sir Mandy. We will be providing each one of you a copy of the press statement that was read by our President and Chief Executive Officer. Mamaya po, bibigay po namin sa inyo yan. We would like to also acknowledge the presence of our friends from Inquirer, GMA7, DZRH, and HMOPH.com. Kung napansin po ninyo, dear friends from the media, we are also being joined today by our colleagues from our local health insurance office, Pasig City, no, in Pasig. And we would like to acknowledge their presence. They are headed by our marketing team. Andyan po si Lorenzo Digo, si Ma'am Maylene Rosel, and mga PKers namin, no, PKers, yung aming mga representante, mga kasamahan na sa mga ospital, assisting our parents, si Ma'am Maris Vivar, Michelle Advincula, Celeste Santos. You know, we invited them over kasi gusto po natin, Sir Mandy, na sila mismo ang una nating ma-assist, na makita nila yung listahan ng konsulta providers, makapili po sila on the spot, at marehistro po sila sa konsulta package provider na pipiliin po ninyo. So that's why our colleagues from the NCR office are here to assist you na makapili ng konsulta package provider. Konsulta is our primary care benefit package. Kinapapalooban po yan ng consultation, mga laboratorio, 13 in all laboratories, at 21 medicines pagkailangan po ng pasyente. So, our colleagues are there at the back, so don't fail to see them, no, pagkatapos ng Presscon po natin, para po pagtapos ng event na ito, meron tayong iba pang na-hit na objective. Kayo po ay narehistro namin, and therefore matutulungan namin kayo stay healthy. So, again, thank you, colleagues, no, from NCR office. So, we are now going to the Q&A, and nandito po ang ating pong President and CEO, si COO Atty. Eli, si Sir Renet, si Sir Lemuel, at si Dr. Poch for your questions. Sige sir, kayo po mauna, sunod po si Ma'am Lou, pagkatapos, okay, sige. Sir Rambo?
Rambo Labay.
Sir Rambo.
DCXL.
Mike, please.
Sir.
Sir, Mike.
Rambo Labay ng DCXL Ironman. Sir, we understand na napasaya nyo at nabanggit nyo kanina, napangiti nyo ang ating Pangulong Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr. At tuwang-tuwa siya dahil yung sa kanyang nakarang sona at nakuha nyo. Maliban doon sa nabanggit nyo kung apat na tupad niyo rin, lalo na yung binabanggit nyo digitalization, napakaganda at na sungkit nyo ang puso ng ating Pangulo dahil araw ng mga puso anniversary ng PhilHealth. Ang katanungan ko, maliban po doon, nabanggit nyo ng 30%, meron ba kayong mga programa, no, na talagang kinagigiliwan at talagang masatisfied ang mga miyembro ng PhilHealth? Maliban doon sa apat, we understand ng PhilHealth patuloy yung innovation ng PhilHealth at talagang sumasabay na sa digitalization. Meron ba kayong magandang programa sa ating mga miyembro na wala doon po sa mga nabanggit nyo? Maraming salamat, sir.
Thank you, Sir Rambo. Sir?
Actually po, salamat sa tanong niyo po. Ang ganda ng tanong niyo, Sir Rambo, no? But you know, this venue kasi, because of time constraints, ang sagot ko sa inyo, ang dami po, ang dami namin programa na pwede sabihin. Pero if, pag in-enumerate ko lahat yan, maubusan tayo ng oras, no? So maybe what we'll do, sir, we'll furnish you a copy of all of our programs that will put a smile on the faces of the Filipino people. But maybe I can take this time to mention at least one, no? And this was also mentioned yesterday, yung the meeting coming show that we attended, no? It's the increase of yung Z package ng breast cancer po, no? Which was just, it was taken up in the board, no? Just the other day. So dati po kasi, 100,000 pesos yon. And everyone was saying, including si Paolo Borromeo, yung head ng PhilHealth yesterday, no? Parang pinagtatawanan nila yung 100,000 eh. Ano ba, parang saan ba? How far can that reach, diba? So anyway, we have it has already been approved and successfully increased from a low of 100,000 to 1.4 million po. So, alam mo, yung increase na yan, di ba? Last year, yung mga hemorrhagic, yung mga ischemic, yung mga pneumonia, yung increase na last year, anywhere from 150 to 300%, talagang pinalakpakan na yun ng mga tao. Ito po, from 100,000 to 1.4 million. And yung breast cancer is very common, diba? It's really very common with everyone. So, that's 14 times po, 1,400% increase, no? So, I think that's just one of the what's the term you use po, no? Na parang accomplishments or something that can put a smile on the faces of the Filipino people, no? Pero, sir, we'll furnish you a list, no? Marami po. Saka ang ganda talaga, sir. I know it sounds self-serving, ha? Pero talagang maganda talaga. And the Filipino people will be very happy, no? So, hindi lang si President. Lahat talaga will really be able to avail it, especially the indigents, especially the poor, no? The lower levels. Yun lang po. I hope that addresses your question. Thank you very much po.
Thank you, Sir Mandy. Let's go to Ma'am Lu. Then,
Hi.
dito po, bigay pa tayo sa kabila naman.
Tita Lu from Radio Aguila.
Tita Lu.
So, sir, I'm just wondering, no, how did PhilHealth increase by 30% your health benefits while simultaneously freezing the premium payment? Parang, kaya naman pala bakit humingi pa na increase? Di po ba mayroong violent reaction? And then, kung matutuloy yung increase, kailan po yan?
Actually, ang galing ng tanong nyo.
Two questions.
I will address it and then I will pass on the alam mo yung mga financial gurus kasi dito, si kaliwa ko, yung sa kanan ko, no? Anyway, pero that's a very good question, no? In fact, yesterday, a similar point was raised, no? Kasi what are the facts? The facts are last year we didn't increase, suspended, no? So minus 17.5 billion. This year, we're going to increase from 4 to 5, so plus 35 billion. Last year, we increased the 3 benefit packages, we increased the 156. Medyo malalaking increase, no? 200 to 300% increase. This year, we're about to implement the 30% almost across the board, no? Again, ang tingin ko dyan, but Sir Len can elaborate more, parang mga 40-something billion yan pesos, no? And then 35 billion yung increase, no? But let's go to the root of your question. Ang cash position ng PhilHealth ngayon, and I actually made the mistake of announcing it yesterday in our meeting with COO kasi talagang naging after I mentioned the cash position ng PhilHealth, nag-usap lahat, pati si DBM set niya nakatayo. So everyone, anyway, our cash position is close to 500 billion pesos po, no? So ganun po kayaman ng PhilHealth, no? However, as you all know, with insurance companies, siyempre kailangan may buffer yan, meron kaming reserve fund, so hindi lang basta nagagamit yon. Pero, let's look at your question. Ang ganda ng tanong nyo eh. In fact, I don't know the exact answer, so I'm going to pass on the mic to one of our financial gurus, no? Parang sinasabi nyo kasi, ang daming pera naman ng PhilHealth, diba? Hirit pa. Last year, naka-increase, diba? Ang ganda ng hemodialysis, I don't know how many billions is that. And then yung ischemic, yung hemorrhagic, yung pneumonia, diba? So bakit hindi nyo i-freeze pa rin this year? I think that's your question, ma'am, diba? So parang, madami naman palang pera, diba? Ba't hindi nyo i-freeze this year? Nagawa naman last year, no? In fact, two things. The first is I told that to PBBM. No, I said naputulan na kami ng budget ng 40 billion last minute. Nangyari kasi yan talaga, no? Unfortunately, no? And then, now, we're talking about 35 billion pesos if we increase the premium from 4 to 5%, no? But sabi ko, even if we suspend the premium, we will find a way, PhilHealth, as it always has done in the last 29 years, we will still find a way to move on, to move forward, no? So in other words, kaya kung sa kaya, diba? But again, because of our aggressiveness and because of our plans and because it's the first time in so long, no? Siyempre, malaking tulong pa rin yung 35 billion. And besides, ma'am, ang pinaka-importante dyan, nasa batas po yan. Nasa batas po yan. So, even if, and you know, we all know where the president's heart is, no? It's dealing with the poor people. Even if he wants to suspend it or whatever, it's, you know, we have to go through the motions, and you know, it's not so simple, diba? So that will be my first answer to the question. And then I don't know if maybe Sir Renet can elaborate more on the, I guess ang puntos niya, sir, is ang dami yung pera, diba? Tapos nagawa naman last year. Baka naman it's enough to forward, diba? Anyway, I'll pass on the mic to my good friend Sir Renet. No? He heads our funds management group, no? SBP. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sir PCO Monday Desma. Now, on the part of our benefit allocation for year 2024, no, our actuary estimated at 261 billion. So this 261 billion estimated ito together with the increase in our benefit packages, the 30% and the other benefit packages that we're gonna increase for this year, 2024 now. So in other words, once we increase that one, tuloy-tuloy na po yun. Hindi na po natin po pwede na bawiin pa or stop natin. So tuloy-tuloy po siya. So with this 261, actually the board approved for PhilHealth 244 billion pesos. This 244 billion is for the first time in the history of PhilHealth that the board approved this amount of money intended for the benefit payout. And the mission of PhilHealth right now, as mentioned by PCEO, is to give this to our members, to our healthcare providers, as payment dun sa mga serbisyo na binibigay nila. So again, it is not only about the 30% increase in the across the board of our cases, but may mga marami pa po, may 150 to 200 or even 300% i-increase po to. And again, tuloy-tuloy na po to yung pag-arangkada ng mga benefit cases na pinapa-adjust po ng Presidente. 14 po to lahat. And ang apat pa lang ang natatapos po. Meron pa tayong 10 na inaabangan po year 2024 and 2025 po. So, kailangan natin po ang mga pundong ito para in the next years na tuloy-tuloy na tayo sa pag-increase ng Benepisyo, mayroon na po tayong magagamit ng mga pundo po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Renet. So, I guess, Sir Man.
Thank you, sir. Very quickly lang, Sir Ray, no? Ma'am, so to complete the question, to complete the answer, no? Actually, ang ganda ng pagkasagot ni Sir Renet, no? Yesterday also, kasi to show the concern of PBBM with the Filipino people, so sabi niya, okay, so we were presenting, we made a long presentation. In fact, actually, it was actually too long. Kasi pinagsabihan ako afterwards na to keep it down next time. Anyway, PBBM made it very clear. Sabi niya, I want to be apprised and I want a full report, regular report on how PhilHealth is using the funds. Kasi nalaman niya maraming pera yung PhilHealth, diba? So anyway, my point is, I want to assure all of you, our good friends, no, that yes, maraming pera yung PhilHealth, but at the same time, you can be assured 100%, diba, that that money will be used wisely, and the way it will be used will be reported in detail regularly to the President. Gusto niya malaman, diba? Gusto ko malaman saan pumupunta yung pera, paano niya ginagamit. Diba? So maganda yung tanong niyo, ma'am, diba? But don't worry, kasi kahit hindi siya, kahit matuloy yung increase, diba? Yung pera gagamitin natin sa tama yan, diba? And we will really try our best to enhance as much as possible all of the benefit packages across the board. Thank you very much po.
Thank you, Sir Lem. So, any question from this side? Wala po? Doc Hilda, please. Sino po susunod kay Doc Hilda? Sir Mark?
Good morning po.
My first question regarding po dun sa breast cancer, which is from 100,000 to 1.4 million. Ito po ay talagang pinakamaganda para sa mga cancer patients natin talagang dumarami. My question is, dapat po ba yung hospital ay pasok sa Z benefits para sila makapasok ba? Ma-avail nila ito 1.4 million.
Good question po. Yet one question lang, no? Yeah, okay. I'll just allow yung expert namin dyan, si Doc Poch, to address the question, please, Doc. Go ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Opo, kailangan po contracted for Z benefit yung hospital.
Pero kung hindi siya contracted, tapos napunta sila sa isang hospital, mapa-private government hospital ba, automatic contracted Z benefits sila na meron ma-avail nito?
Meron kasi pong requirements para makontrata yung isang hospital. Dapat meron siyang human resource, meron siyang multidisciplinary team, take care of the patient, dapat merong lahat ng equipment, and of course, the drugs and supplies. Ngayon po, hindi ganun karami yung mga hospitals na nakaka-comply sa ating contracting requirements. As of now, I think it's just about 19 nationwide, the whole country. Kasi ito ay highly specialized care, ano? But we're exerting effort, parang we're pushing the hospitals to be able to comply with these requirements para lumaki pa ang ating mga contracted hospitals. Not only for breast cancer, but also for the other Z benefits. Kasi contracting po ang engagement namin, mechanism of engagement for Z benefits.
At
Yes, please, for your second
yes,
question.
my second question regarding po dun sa media center, we're so thankful na meron po. Pero hindi po ninyo nabanggit, may wifi po ba?
Lalagyan po natin ng wifi.
Alam niyo po, kayo pa, no? Siyempre, high speed yun. High speed Wi-Fi. By the way po, I think CEO wanted to add some more additional comments on your first question po, CEO.
Thank you po, ma'am, sa question. To add to the answer of Doc Poch, our President has ordered us to proactively implement measures, ma'am, so that many hospitals, not only the 17 that Doc Poch has said a while ago, but to add more to that number to serve almost all areas in the Philippines. So again, ma'am, through the leadership of our President and CEO, we are proactively implementing that, helping instead of waiting, helping our hospitals to comply with our requirements. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
In line with that, sorry sir, just quick. So in line with that po, we are kindly encouraging, asking all of the providers, health providers out there, sana magpa-accredit na po kayo para magtulong-tulungan na tayo lahat. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Mandy, for that call. Sana marami pong facilities talagang i-ready nila yung kanilang facilities, no? So that makasali sila as a contracted hospital. Kasi ang laki po ng package. From 100,000 naging 1.4 million. Let's go to the next, sir. Sir Mark, please.
Good morning, sir. Mark Makalanan from DCWB. You mentioned kanina, sir, yung Malacanang post-objection sa 5% premium adjustment. Can you give us more details about the letter that you received from Executive Secretary? Ano yung considerations sa Malacanang? Bakit kayo pinaboran sa kabila ng panawagan ng DOH na i-suspend po ito? Thank you.
Before I address your question, sir, ma'am, pag may oras kayo, daan kayo sa, pakita nyo, high-speed Wi-Fi. Umandal na ba? Umandal na ba?
Meron naman, sir, Wi-Fi, but we are working it out na maging high speed.
Japanese DS.
Anyway, ma'am, yung tanong niya naman is may Wi-Fi, no? May Wi-Fi. Pero gagawin namin high speed yan, ma'am. Promise. Anyway, sir, so thank you for your question. What was in the letter? Basically, kasi sir, diba, we wrote Malacanang and we were seeking clarification and direction because the implementation of the increase in premium contribution started on January 1, 2024. So, humingi po kami ng guidance. Sabi po namin, by law, in-implement na namin, diba? We just wanted to take direction from you, diba? So, basically, we were just informing them that we started implementing it already and if we should move forward or if we should, if they prefer to suspend it, we will also comply or oblige, no? So, yan lang yung gist ng letter po. And the reply, again, it's very short, so half page or maybe. Ang reply lang was, after very, very thorough study on the premium increase, premium contribution increase, no, we pose no objection po on the scheduled increase which was implemented on January 1st, no. Yun lang basically po, no. And then again, this is my own personal comment on SecTed, no, my good friend, no. Si SecTed felt, kasi si SecTed, like all of us in PhilHealth and like PBBM, talagang iniisip lang talaga yung welfare ng mga, lalo na yung mahihirap, no. And sabi niya, diba, siguro in his mind, sabi niya, kawawa naman itong mga ito, mag-increase naman ng premium, diba. So sabi niya, naisip lang niya, sabi niya, marami naman pera yung PhilHealth, diba. Nasabi niya yung comment ni Ma'am Red, naka-successfully implement kayo last year. Ang lalaki ng increase nyo, ang gaganda. Wala namang premium increase, diba? So sabi niya, because of that and because of the huge cash pile, he felt that we could postpone again the increase in premium contribution. And again, like Speaker Martin, me, and all of us here at PhilHealth, we fully respect the views of our Honorable Secretary and Chairman of the Board, DOH Secretary Ted Herbosa. However, after thorough discussion and thorough study among all parties involved, I think it was agreed upon. And I think the crux in the gist, yung talagang breaker nitong issue na to is malaki rin naman pala yung maibabangga sa 1% increase in premium. So, lamang pa yung increase ng benepisyo. So I think that's what prevailed. Yun lang po. So it's basically that. And it was a very healthy discussion. And I think all points, all opinions were taken very well. No? And it's just that was the final decision that we will implement the last year of increase from 4 to 5%. I hope that addresses your question po.
Yes, sir. Doon naman sa 4 main issues na natakil sa Malacanang, you mentioned kanina yung digitalization, yung most important at nanghingi sa inyo ng breakdown timetable at ma-make sure na dapat moving ang PhilHealth with ICT. Sir, ano ang update dito dun sa hakbang para sa digitalization? At yung sa timetable, sir, mga kailan siya ma-accomplish yung 100%?
Sige. Actually, ang nangyari sa akin kahapon, kasi binigay ko nga yung breakdown, diba? Wala na si Ma'am Jovi, umalis na. Okay, so anyway, so I actually, I read the presentation, kasi 4 yan National Health Insurance, Depository, so and so. So in fact, I can do that now, sir, but it's going to be very lengthy, no? So we'll pass it on na lang to you po, yung presentation kahapon. Nandun siya, naka-detail siya Ang ginawa ko kahapon, dahil hiningi din niya ni Presidente, I presented it in detail, no? Doon ako pinagsabihan ni PMS na masyado mahaba raw yung presentation ko, diba? So, if you don't mind, sir, we'll just furnish you a copy of that presentation. Naka-breakdown doon, we're going to start procurement for that as early as March next year. Ma'am, hinihingi ni sir, when you left kasi, hinihingi niya yung details ng 4, diba? Yung NHIS, yung depository. So maybe we can just give sir a copy, diba? And then sabi ko, I think the bank will start procurement as early as March, diba? For those, no? Ang ganda po. And then, naka-explain po doon for each, no? Ano yun, yung members, yung blah, 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 all that, no? So I hope that's okay, sir. No? And then, what was your question again, sir? So that
Kailan
one,
yung 100% sir, yung ma-reach yung target for digitalization.
okay, sige. Maybe you can ask Ma'am Jovi to, Ma'am, maybe you can, you mind, can you just a quick comment on, to give an idea. Alam mo ka, yesterday, sir, yan yung exact question ni PBBM. Sabi niya, I do like all of this. I want dates. I want month. I want dates and years. Give me the time. So, siyempre kasi, alam mo, these things take long eh. So, ang nangyayari doon, kasi you cannot give a set date. No? But anyway, I'll allow Ma'am Joey to explain where we are. And then, okay, before I pass on the mic, so that was your only question, no? Yun lang, no? And then, before I pass on the mic, kasi you're saying among the 4 issues, diba I mentioned the 4 issues, digitalization, payments of claims to hospitals, increase in case packages and reorg, no? For kami, walang rank yan. It's just that for PBBM, at least it was very clear yesterday, among the 4, yung pinaka-importante sa kanya, yung digitalization. But kami at PhilHealth, all 4 is equally all important. So we are addressing all 4. Anyway, here's Ma'am Joey.
So, good morning po. So, yung digital transformation po ng PhilHealth, there are 4 major, gaya na nasabi po kanina, yung health insurance system. Ito po yung mga core processes po natin from accreditation, membership, claims, no? So, yun po yung critical sa health insurance. So, this time, it's more integrated, it's more efficient, and in a way effective po in terms of the automation and the introduction of yung po mga fraud detection sa machine learning natin. Other one po yung business intelligence. So, ito po yung reporting and dashboarding. So, more or less, we will be transparent po sa reporting natin sa ating mga health insurance data and information. The third one, of course, is support services information system. Internal support po sa loob yun. And the big one, in compliance po sa national, sa Section 31, Universal Healthcare, National Health Repository. So, na-approve na po yung 2024-2026 ISSP ng DICT. So, we are going to procure starting this March. So, pag na-procure yun na isa lang, so we have around mga 3 to 4 months to be able to select, ma-onboard po yung developer natin. So, pag na-onboard siya, say for example, March, April, May, June, more or less June, July, we have already our provider. And together with the support from the DICT, because we form a combined or joint digital transformation team. So, nandiyan si DICT at saka nandiyan si PhilHealth. So, magiging development po natin starting June, July, August, and then magkakaroon po tayo ng phase implementation, no, ng mga systems na mga natatapos na. So, more or less, by the last quarter, we can see some systems being operated kasi phase implementation siya all the way to 2025. And then eventually, by 2026, we have the full blast. Mga latter part na next year, masasabi na natin na full. Pero we shall do it in phasing. Hindi natin hintayin buong matapos because it will take time. But we need more to do some strategy to it on a phase implementation.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Jovi. Does that address the question, sir? Yeah.
Thank you.
Also, sir, just to add yesterday, nandun present in the meeting yesterday was the ICT Secretary Ivan Uy. No? So during the whole course of the discussion, sinasabi niya kay PBBM that PhilHealth, led by Ma'am Jovi, no, is really doing everything and moving as fast as we possibly can. No? So rest assured po sa inyo, no, talagang gumagalaw po ang PhilHealth, no, with the digitalization plans of the President. Thank you po.
Thank you. Next would be Mamayang. Tapos kayo po, sir. From Veritas. Ma'am Marian, your question? Sige. Sige, ma'am. Pagkatapos si Sir, sorry, sir, pagkatapos si Sir from DCRH, then from Veritas. Sige po.
Good morning
Then
po.
si Ma'am Deb.
Good morning po mga sir. Recently po, ang Senado nagpasa po sa nagpanukala ang third and final reading. Ito nga po, 100 piso na aumento sa sahod para po sa mga minimum wage earner. Sa Kongreso po, sa Kamara, no, challenge po sila na sana magpasa rin sila ng wage increase bill. Pero ang dating po sa Kamara is kailangan po natin balansehin, ano? Kasi baka mas marami pong mga MSMEs o mga negosyo na magsasara, hindi kakayanin po ito pong increase. Actually sa kanila meron din pong bill na 350 pa nga eh. na aumento po sa sahod. Ang ginawa po is this, sa House Appropriations Senior Vice Chairman Stella Kimbo, naghain po siya ng resolution a couple of days ago na sana raw po suspendihin na lang muna yung pag-kolekta ng mga premium ng contributions sa mga minimum wage earner para mas malaki po yung take-home pay nila, di ba? Kesa nga naman na ikakaltas pa natin sa kanila to, magdagdag ka nga ng sahod, pero ang dating, mas marami naman din yung ibibigay mo sa PhilHealth, yung ikakaltas sa ng PhilHealth. So, for the meantime, ito po yung kanyang panukala sana. Kung pwedeng i-halt muna itong collection po para sa mga minimum wage earner pending, i-review nga po muna natin itong sinasabog na expansion of the health benefits and reduction of the premium contributions. Kasi binanggit din po niya sa resolution, according nga po doon sa Universal Healthcare Act, kapag nag-exceed na po yung required limit, yung actual research ng PhilHealth, equivalent to the estimated of 2 years projected program expenditures, and then excess funds should be utilized to increase the benefits of the program and reduce the amount of contributions made by its members. So ano po yung sagot po natin dito? Hindi po ba natin po considera itong panukala po niya Marikina Representative Stella Quinto?
Thank you very much po for your very detailed question. Also po, I'd want to apologize to you po. The last time nagkita tayo po, I think you wanted to do a personal interview, no? So, pasensya na po, no? And kasi I really don't grant interviews, no? Actually, tinext po kayo, pero hindi kayo nag-reply. Sabi ko, baka masama pa rin loob niyo. Anyway, my sincere apologies po. Anyway, with regards to your question now po, yes, alam mo, si Rep. Stella Kimbo, very close yan sa amin. She's very good friends with most of us here in PhilHealth, no? And yes, she filed House Resolution 1595, seeking a temporary suspension of the PhilHealth premium contribution for minimum wage earners, no? Actually, to answer your question, short answer is, we really welcome this move, no? Any move that will help the poor people, the indigents, siyempre, full support kami. So, we will comply, definitely we will comply with whatever legislation will be pursued by the government. No? So, kung itutuloy nila ito, walang problema. We will comply and we will support it. No? So we're also closely looking into it after it was mentioned, diba? And I'm sure we'll probably be, me and our team here will probably be having discussions on this with Stella. No? So I guess a short answer, ma'am, is walang problema. We welcome it. If it happens, if it's legislated, we will comply with it. Susunod po kami. Walang problema. You want to add any CO or?
Yes. So, okay na. Thank you, Ma'am Marian. Another question?
Sorry, sir. Since it kasi resolution po siya, so for sure, I think urging to. So it's still between you and the management's decision. So meron na po bang special talks, kumbaga, within the agency, within PhilHealth about this moving forward? Or
Yes, we are again, like I mentioned earlier, we are thoroughly studying and looking into it po. Yun po.
last na lang, sir, kasi
Sure.
since na-mention na po yung 50% na increase, na panawagan po ni Speaker Martin Romualdez, may timeline na po ba tayo, sir? Since sabi nga rin po doon sa resolution, sobra-sobra po yung ating pera, you mentioned 500 billion. May timeline ba tayo? Kailan natin nakikita na maaari pong ma-implement nga itong 50% increase sa coverage po?
These things kasi po, these things don't happen overnight. We have to do thorough study, thorough due diligence, no. So, rest assured po, we are looking into it, we are studying it, and kung pwede, why not? Walang problema. No? Basta we have the hearts of the Filipino people in mind more than anyone else. No? So, if we feel that the need, kaya naman, diba, and the need is there, we will do it po. No? But we cannot give wala pong fixed time schedule. Sir Len, you want to make a comment?
Thank you for that question, ma'am. Our President and CEO already ordered us to conduct a study on this to check whether it's actuarially feasible, whether or not in the long run PhilHealth can support it. If we can, then we will implement. It's just as for PhilHealth, we need to thoroughly study on this, but in principle, we support this move by our beloved speaker. Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Sir Dan?
As said earlier by our president, that this is the last time the pursuant to Universal Healthcare Act and legislated increase. Yung intention ng batas is that every increase dapat may increase of benefits. Diba? Yun yung nasabi sa batas. So we just follow it. There are only 2 years as prescribed by the law na sinuspend ng President of the Philippines in 2021 and 2023. Basically, ang reason, because of the pandemic in 2021, we are in the middle of it. So maraming tinamaan talaga economically. And the second one was last year when our President Marcos suspended the premium rate from 4 to 4.5%. In spite of that during pandemic, we PhilHealth came up with benefit packages to address the COVID. So, yun po, wala talagang mabilisang study po yun to come up with those benefit package, mga 4 po yun. So, roughly, nagsimula pa ho na yung initially, yung lahat mga healthcare workers, pag tinamaan ng COVID, full sagot na ng PhilHealth po in benefits. So, yun po yung first, may mga benefit packages po na developed through the years na hindi po nag-increase yung benefits. So, sa akin po kanina, we have many good news. Yung 156, which was uploaded last year by Congress, talagang ramdam po yung benepisyo na yun from 90 to 156. The second one, yung 3 pong case rates, no? Na inakyat po namin from 100 to 300%. And then recently po yung 30% na across the board. And then sa akin po yung pinaka-good news talaga for the women, mga kababaihan, yung breast cancer, from 100,000 to 1.4 million pesos. Ang laki po ng talagang epekto. Tapos yung nag-uusap po kami ni Doc Coach kanina, why catastrophic na sa ZBEN siya? Ang ano po niya to ensure po na at least wala hong out of pocket. Kasi yung bottom line naman po nito, ang role namin po sa PhilHealth, ma-reduce po yung out of pocket expenses ng mga Pilipinong nagkakasakit. So I think ito yung last hearing namin ng batas. And hindi pa namin po alam kung ano epekto po ng mga increases na to. Marami nagpapasalamat ng mga Pilipino, yung mga dialysis at least fully covered na sila. So, ito po yung area na hinihingi po siguro namin ng tulong ang media to promote these packages, lalo na po yung sa breast cancer po, from 100,000 to 1.4 million. Ang laki po talaga yan ang epekto sa bawat kababaihan po. Yun lang po siguro po.
Just to end, sorry, just very quickly. No?
Yes, please.
Thank you, Sir Lim. Just to end, ma'am, to keep it simple. At the end of the day, so speaker is saying dapat 50% yan. No? At the end of the day, we here at PhilHealth can assure you, ma'am, and can assure the Filipino people, basta kakayanin, it will happen. No? Basta kakayanin, mangyayari yan. And in fact, kung kakayanin talaga, maybe not even 50%, maybe even north of 50%. So rest assured lang, we promise you, we'll continue working hard 24/7 and to see how far we can take this. No? And like I said, even if it will be clear that kaya even more than 50%, then it will happen. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Sir Mandy. So nasimulan na po natin benefit enhancements last year, Sir Mandy, at magtutuloy-tuloy po yan this year and in the next 2 years. No? At talagang yung management po, very aggressive on this benefit plan. So kung meron man na mga funds, no, na pinag-uusapan ay in due time, especially that you are here, tataas yung awareness ng mga members natin about these enhanced benefits. For sure, marami na yung dati nag-aagam-agam pa na magpagamot, sir. Pero ngayon, narinig na nila, and with you reporting this, sigurado maraming mga kababayan natin will be encouraged, no, to seek confinement, seek treatment, seek hospitalization because of these enhanced benefits. At yung pinag-uusapan kung meron mang pondo, sir, siguro in due time will be maximized by this heightened awareness and availment of the patients. Sir Mandy?
Sir, sorry, can I mention something quickly?
Yes, please, sir. Then sir, Veritas on next. Sige, sir.
Sorry, before Veritas lang. I want to mention kasi I'm looking at my watch baka none of you will ask a question about this topic and I want to make sure I mention this. Sabi ko kay Sir Renet kasi I'll make sure that we will get to say this. It's a little surprising lang kasi kung previous press cons to, usually ang tanong talaga, ang focus is yung bayad ng utang sa mga hospital. Diba? Pero up until now, we've been more than an hour already. Wala pa nagtatanong. And I think the reason for that, it clearly shows PhilHealth has made headwinds and substantial improvements in this aspect. Kaya wala na masyado umaangal. No? Now, I wanted to mention this only because sabi ko baka wala na magtatanong well, first of all, for the month of January, PhilHealth has paid out 14.5 billion to payments of claims to hospitals. That's unprecedented po. That's unheard of. Never po nangyari yan. And I mean, really, and to thank COO and the team, Sarinet and the team really for it's when I mentioned this yesterday, it's people couldn't believe it, diba? So 14.5 billion, that's for the month of January. Now, to take it a little further from August, September, October, November, December, for the last 5 months of the year, 45 to 50 billion po ang nabayaran. Again, diba? Again, those numbers are unheard of, Sir Net. These are unprecedented numbers. And it's in line with the 27 billion which I promised Kong Stella in a committee hearing that was from September 6 to December 6. So we fulfilled that and plus more. So I just wanted to mention, Sir Ray, kasi baka usually diba yan ang tinatanong, walang nagtatanong ngayon. And lastly, because some people are saying, baka sinasabi na lang ng PhilHealth yan, pero hindi naman talaga sila nagbabayad. I'm happy to mention that two of the biggest hospitals associations, which is PHAPI and PHA, are very satisfied and very happy with the improvements in our payments of claims to hospitals. So Dr. Rene De Grano of PHAPI and Dr. Joe Santiago of PHA, kung kakausapin niyo po sila, they themselves will attest to the fact that PhilHealth has made headwinds when it comes to payments of claims to hospitals. So I just wanted to add that po kasi baka hindi mo mention it, diba? And just wanted to share it with our friends. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Mandy. Good news indeed. So we now go to our friend from Veritas, sir, please.
Good morning.
Go ahead, sorry.
Pasalamat po sa Wilbert Lee sa PhilHealth sa pakikinig sa panawagan na niya na 30% na increase, mga dagdag na benepisyo ng PhilHealth. Pero sabi niya rin po ay hindi ba siya titigil sa 30% lang. Araw-araw po daw sana ay may itaas na benefits hanggang sa parang may SMO o health card na rin ang ating mga kababayan. Yung early coverage po para sa cancer treatment, heart bypass surgery, posible po ba na taasan pa ang mga benefits gaya ng panawagan ito ni Congressman Wilbert Lee? Pati yung sinasabi niya na effective implementation ng no balance giving.
Sir, your name please muna.
Nolan Ariola, Regio Veritas.
Thank you, Sir Nolan. Anli,
Sir.
sir.
Sir, good morning. Maraming salamat sa tanong niyo, sir. Actually, kaibigan po namin yan si Congressman Lee. Love na love namin yan. And yung puso niya talaga sa mahirap, and he's been very kind to PhilHealth. He's been very helpful, very generous. He's helped us in so many ways. He's even offered to be our PR spokesperson. Love na love niya. To answer your question po, diba, there's a saying, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with one single step. Like I said earlier, po, all of this naman, we cannot do it overnight. Ang dami namin ginagawa dito sa PhilHealth. I think the important thing to note is we are moving forward in a big way. So 30%, people are saying, bakit 30? Bakit hindi 50? Bakit hindi 60? Bakit hindi maybe they're correct. And like I said, I can assure all of you, kami dito sa PhilHealth, no? Kung kakayanin, gagawin namin, tataasin pa namin. But we're starting with 30. We have to tread carefully, diba? So we're starting with 30, and I think it's a good start. Everyone will agree it's a good start. Now, Kong Lee is also probably correct. Okay, I will not stop, diba? Dapat 40, 50, 60, whatever, diba? Hanggang NBB. So, he's probably correct, diba? So, again, rest assured, and you can tell our good friend Kong Lee, no? We are not stopping with 30. We are not stopping with the 3 case rates last year. We are not stopping with the 156. Tuloy-tuloy lang po to. Same with the capitation rates I mentioned, diba? From 500, we made it 1,500. Pero baka kulang pa rin yan. Tuloy-tuloy pa rin, diba? We just keep on going. We just keep on going hanggat kaya, no? And I think we have a long way to go kasi maraming ang pondo, maraming tumutulong, maraming suporta, diba? So, dadating tayo dyan, sir. I think the best way to answer it is we just need a little patience, no? But I think the fact that we are making headwinds and we are moving forward, I think that should be good enough, no? And even yesterday, most of the cabinet secretaries there, it was very well received and well applauded what PhilHealth has been trying to do. Thank you very much po. Lastly po, sorry. Lastly lang, sorry. Under PhilHealth's no balance billing policy, we are covering 100% of hospitalization of indirect program members and their dependents, no? So indigent, sponsored, senior citizen, and lifetime, as well as kasambahay confined in government hospitals ward. With the implementation of the 30% increase in case rates, it also mandates that whenever the patient is confined in ward or basic accommodation of government or private facilities, beneficiaries shall be entitled to no co-payment. Just wanted to highlight that po. Thank you very much po.
Thank you. So next would be Ma'am Deb. Then kayo po ang kasunod mo, please.
Good morning po. Sir, tanong ko lang yung binanggit mong reorganization. From meron tayong magkakaroon tayo ng mga additional na manpower po sa PhilHealth at wala po bang in danger na matanggal naman?
Alam mo po, well, I've been in PhilHealth for a little over a year, no? And even before I joined, it was very clear, no? COO, sila Ma'am Jovi. All of the departments across the board, kulang po ng manpower, kulang po ng tao. Lahat yan, lahat. Legal, finance, actuary, HR, COO, PCO, lahat yan kulang po, no? So, and I think Malacanang, GCG, everyone recognizes this shortage of manpower, no? So we are currently po working with GCG, closely working with GCG. I think 3 or 4 TWGs na kami, no? We're in after the reorg is approved. PhilHealth will increase its total manpower complement from the existing kasi ma'am is around 7,000 ngayon, no? To roughly 10,000. So that will be a little over 30% increase, no? So I think it's safe to assume na walang matatanggal, maraming madadagdagan, maraming additional, pero walang subtraction, no? So, and we cannot wait kasi we're really excited, ma'am, kasi ang dami talaga namin plano sa PhilHealth, no? We really think this will be a banner year, and unfortunately, kulang kami ng tao. Kulang talaga kami ng tao, no? Kawawa yung mga iba, talagang working very hard, no? Especially the group of Ma'am Jovi, no? Yung sa IT namin, talagang kulang, no? It's just that talaga, good na lang, yung puso nila talaga nasa bansa, no? If not, we will have really a hard time, no? So, I don't know if that addresses your question, no? We will increase very soon, no? And siyempre, pag mag-increase yan, once that increases, ma'am, it will not happen laki yan eh. From 3,000 employees. So my guess personally, I think it will probably happen over a period of 2 to 3 years. Pero tuloy-tuloy na yan. Once it gets approved by the GCG reorg. Thank you po.
Thank you, Sir Mandy. Follow up, ma'am? Okay, so next would be kayo po, then our friend from this side. Ma'am, please.
Hello po, good morning. Ana Perez po from ABS-CBN.
Follow lang po dun sa question about dun sa proposed suspension ng PhilHealth contributions, premium for minimum wage earners. Dun po sa study na ginagawa nyo, may number na po ba kayo ng minimum wage earners sa Pilipinas equals to ilan ang mawawala or magkano ang mawawala sa collections ng PhilHealth?
So basically, you're saying, so ilan ang population and then times the amount they're contributing, so magkano yung aggregate amount niyan?
Yes.
Roughly, estimate lang. Sir Len. Ayun, yun. Okay. O here pala. So citing ito ba yung solution ni Comstella? Okay. So if I can read it word for word, whereas in 2022, the premium contribution of 5.78 million minimum wage earners to PhilHealth totaled 19.6 billion. Roughly 20 billion. Ang mawawala, yes. If we base it on these figures, yes, it should be around that number.
Okay. But it is sustainable pa rin po kayo without that 20 billion, if ever na matuloy po.
Again, we're thoroughly studying it. Ako personally, again feeling ko kasi maganda naman yung cash position namin, maganda naman lahat ng takbo, diba? At the end of the day, our heads will still be above water. No? So, I think we'll still manage. But again, we're studying it thoroughly and we'll see po. We'll see where it goes. Thank you po.
Another question, nabanggit ko na more benefit packages ang expected na mag-increase for this year. So can you mention, sir, yung mga particular na sakit na yon na ma-expect ng mga Pilipino?
Yeah, ito. Actually, may timetable kami kasi mangyari dyan, like, ang liit lang ng font, ma'am. Kasi may timetable yan, yung April, and then, I think sa Feb, March, April, June. Basta may ganyan, may schedule yan. Ito, bigay namin sa'yo. Pero allow CEO kasi alam mo, si CEO, mas bata sa akin yan, mas malinaw yung mata niya. So CEO will be the one to, no?
Thank you, sir. So, ma'am, thank you for your question. Again, ma'am, we have this committed through the leadership of our President and CEO. If you may allow me to mention them. First is a 30% inflation adjustment of existing case rates. Ito po yung increase. We have already implemented this as announced by our President and CEO. For February 2024, we will release the policy and ready the system for the global budget of the all case rates. So this will be in a form of prospective payment. So that's for February 2024. Our President and CEO already announced the enhancement on the Z benefits for breast cancer that will be rolled out in March 2024. Likewise, we will increase the capitation for consulta and expand the coverage of the primary care provider network. We will also rationalize the case rates for bronchial asthma, bacterial sepsis of newborn, and COVID-19. And aside from that, we will also release the outpatient therapeutic care services for severe acute malnutrition. We will also roll out the PhilHealth Plus, as well as the services for physical medicine and rehabilitation. And also the Z benefit for peritoneal dialysis. So these are our benefits to be rolled out for this year, 2024. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you, Attorney Eli. In fact, kung na-encounter po ninyo ito noong February 14, we ran a special anniversary feature. Makikita niyo po dito, Sir Mandy, nandito po yung mga benefit enhancements na na-introduce since last year and about to be introduced and rolled out this year, Sir Mandy.
Also, Sir Ray, if I can add, ma'am, if you want, we can also furnish you a hard copy on this, no? So just for your file, no? Just feel free to let any of us know. Bigyan po namin kayo ng copy. Thank you rin po.
Thank you. So our friend from this side, please identify yourself muna po. And I guess we will be down on the last three questions. So we wrap up and proceed to lunch. Sige, ma'am. Hello, bud. After ni ma'am, meron pa ho magtatanong. So, sige, si ma'am. So, we are down to our last three, no? Ano po, and then we will wrap up. Yes, ma'am, please.
Hello po, Zekaina Elise po from Manila Bulletin. I just want to ask po kung kailan nangyari or yung specific date po yung nabayaran na yung mga utang sa hospital. Kasi last Feb 15 po nung interview si Dr. Degrano, may binanggit po siya doon na akala daw po ng PhilHealth bayad na sila sa hospital, pero magkaiba daw po kasi yung lista nyo sa lista nila, kaya may mga naiiwan pa. Ano po yung specific date kung kailan nabayaran na sila?
Good question po. Wait. February 15. So just to clarify, February 15, Doc Degrano came out in the media and said that he felt that what PhilHealth was saying does not reconcile with his numbers.
Yes po. Ang sabi niya po doon, may hindi pa kayo na settle sa mga private hospital. Dahil iba daw po yung lista ng mga hospital sa lista nyo, kaya nagkakaroon daw po ng problema.
Okay. Kasi I know, we also had a face-to-face meeting with Dr. Degrano, yung sa SEDA. When parang date yun? Yung meeting. Okay. In late January kasi po of this year, we also had a meeting with Dr. Degrano and his colleagues, no, sa SEDA Hotel sa BGC. And after the meeting, it was very clear, at least to me, no, I was asking him, parang he seemed very satisfied and very happy with the way things are going. That's why I'm surprised that ito sabi mo February 15, diba? Yes. Anyway, we'll clarify to him. Sorry, and sir will make some comments, no? Actually, and then yesterday, birthday kasi niya kahapon eh. So nag-greet ako kahapon, I was talking with him the other day, nag-usap kami, parang very happy siya with the way the PhilHealth's payment hospital claims are going. So I'm a little surprised. Anyway, maybe sir na can clarify. No?
Sir Mandy, I recall the meeting was in January 12.
January 12.
After po yun yung stakeholders meeting.
Anyway, maybe sir Net can be in a better position to clarify.
Maraming salamat, Sir PCEO. Actually, si President Dr. Rene Degrano nasa opisina kahapon. And of course, kasama sa mga aktibidades ng PhilHealth, ang mga pag-enhance ng claims processing natin. And in fact, he spoke sa workshop, nakikita niya kung paano kami mag-debate, paano kami mag-aayos ng sistema towards the direction na talagang sa instruction ni PCEO Mandy na mabayaran natin ang ating mga hospitals, no? Of course, ang ating processing ng claims si PhilHealth may 60 days to process the claims once we receive that one. So kumbaga, yan ay mga current claims na process natin that we are working na dapat ma-met natin ang requirement. Because same is true with GCG, we are monitored by the GCG, no, sa scorecard ng PhilHealth. Pinatabaho po natin. So, their figures definitely at sa tayo sa amin, hindi siya magtatali. And this is the first time, year 2024, nag-umpisa kami ng 2023, na ma-reconcile ang mga libro ng PhilHealth at sa libro mismo ng hospital. And let's see ano yung mga reconciling items na ito na bakit hindi magbabalanse yung figure ng PhilHealth at sa kanila. Definitely, may mga return to hospital claims tayo, may mga denied claims tayo, na talagang some of those claims ay nasa libro nila, ay sa ating libro sa PhilHealth ay wala na. And of course, there will be some negotiation. In fact, kasama natin dito si Area Vice President 1 and 2 natin, si Sir Waway, na talagang puspusang nagka-kampanya and nag-i-engage ng ating mga hospitals, no? And our regional office is doing that one already. Now, mag-set down with the hospitals and see to it that makikita, maintindihan ng hospital at saka maintindihan ng PhilHealth pati kung paano yung takbo ng mga records natin in terms of in the terms of their receivable to us and payable natin sa kanila. Now, as mentioned by PCEO kanina, January pa lang 14.5 billion ang pinalabas ng PhilHealth, no? This is again unprecedented as mentioned because in the previous year nasa 9.5 something lang yung billion ang pinalabas ng PhilHealth. As of February 17 this year, no, January to February 17, nasa 20 billion na po to. And last year, ay nasa 14 billion plus lamang. So, expecting na tuloy-tuloy na po itong takbo natin, no, ng claims processing na mabilis as our regional offices, our operations, doing the best that they can to serve because the instruction of the President is that mabilis na pagbayad ng claims, of which yun naman ang tugon po ng ating mga regional offices. Again, enhancement of the system, tinitingnan namin kung saan pa ang pwede sa pag-enhance ng sistema natin, not only sa pag-process ng claims, including yung pag-transfer ng pera from PhilHealth account to the account of the hospitals. Because may mga time lag o may mga days na lag pa na po pwede pa natin ma-enhance. No? So itong lahat na ito, sa tingin ko in a matter of 2 to 3 months, ay talagang malaking epekto na ito sa pag-process natin, sa pagbayad natin sa hospital, na siguraduhin natin that the money na transfer talaga sa bank account ng ating hospital and address yung mga RTS and deny claims po na ito na kailangan po malaman ng ating hospital and malaman pati ng PhilHealth kung paano to natin ma-reconcile ang mga bayaran natin sa ating mga hospital. Again, our healthcare facilities, the PHAPI, the PSA, very vital partner po sa pagbigay ng serbisyo. So on the part ng PhilHealth, we wanted also to provide that kind of services para sa kanila po na mabayaran natin kaagad ang ating mga claims, no, na reimbursement ng PhilHealth para sa kanila. But nevertheless, as mentioned by CEO kanina, mag-uumpisa po si PhilHealth ng sistema ng pagbayad. Later on, this is moving forward, that global budget front-load na po yung bayaran po natin. And we are scheduled to start that one this year, 2024 po. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you, Sir Renet. So, before we move to the next...
Sorry.
Yes, sir. Sure po, sir.
Thank you for that, Sir Pisio. Thank you, Sir Net. Just to confirm the statement of our Senior Vice President for Fund Management Sector, he is correct in saying that the issue primarily rests on the return to hospital claims and denied claims. The issue as raised by Dr. Negrano. But as to the timely payment, our PCO has stated that there is no issue as to the timely payment. So the amount or the figure that must be reconciled with Dr. Negrano and PHAPI covers the RTH and the denied claim. So those are the areas for reconciliation. Thank you very much for your question.
And lastly po, so I think that's very clear now po. And then I just want to reiterate, kasi maganda po yung sinabi ni Sir Net, no? So let's just look at the year to date. So that's January 1 to Feb. So January 1 to Feb 15, year to date, no? Or roughly year to date, we are at 20 billion versus historically it's around 16, 17, 14, 15 billion. So we're already at 20 billion. So talaga very clear yung progress po, no? And hopefully tuloy-tuloy na po. Thank you very much po.
Well, if you are asking about RTH, that refers to return to hospital claims. So may mga claims binabalik sa hospitals. So dapat yun, nire-record din nila as binabalik sa kanila for compliance. Okay, so we now go to our last two. Meron po dito. Ma'am, please. And then, Veritas again.
Good morning. Jackie po from radio station DWW, Share Water. Okay. Sir, ayon po kay House Deputy Majority for Communication Early Told po, saklaw na benefit package ang kalahati ng hospital bills ng mga miyembro ng PhilHealth. Kabilang po yung doctor's fee and professional fee. Can you please give us a little elaboration po as to the details?
Ano po yung sabihin ng saklaw? Sorry.
Part po siya, covered. Covered. Tagalog ba lang?
Thank you for your question po. Dahil malalim na Tagalog, can I ask my friend si to address the question?
Thank you for that question. Ma'am, is that a proposal or an observation?
proposal.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. So, in line with the proposal of our speaker, Romualdez, again, to reiterate, yes, ma'am, in line with the statement of our speaker, the statement of Representative Tulfo, our President and CEO, Sir Mandy Ledesma, has already stated a while ago that we'll continuously study this. Again, as stated earlier, if PhilHealth can manage to cover everything, we will do so. But we need to conduct the necessary study in order to check whether or not this can be sustained in the long run. But definitely, in principle, we agree to the proposal of our friend, Representative Tulfo, and also our speaker, Martin Romualdez. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And before our last question, we would like to acknowledge also the presence of our friends from Inquirer.net, Bulgar, and UNTV. Please, for our last question.
Opo, good morning po, Jeremiah Figueroa po from Radio Benepisyo. Sir, tanong ko lang po, aside from the help of the media, ano po yung mga, meron po ba tayong cooperation with the LGU para po maabot hanggang sa barangay levels yung mga information, dissemination ng ating mga PhilHealth programs na maaaring mabil ng ating mga kababayan?
Alam niyo po, ang ganda po ng tanong niyo. Actually, we're working very closely, no? PhilHealth kasi, kami dito sa PhilHealth, we realize we cannot underemphasize the importance of the local government units, no? So, in fact, very close kami po. We work very closely with both Gov. Ray Tamayo and Governor Dax Kua, no? Who is the chairman and the president, no? League of Governors and ULAC, no? And they have been constantly guiding us, assisting us, and helping us in moving forward, no, with the programs and policies of PhilHealth. And also to add to that po, yung 15-man board ng PhilHealth, may isang seat kasi doon para sa LGU yun eh. Ang alam ko, if you fill up na very soon, no? In fact, alam ko may pangalan, may member na doon. So, once that's filled up, kasi ang kailangan doon, dati kasi, actually a lot of the lawmakers were interested in that, pero in the law it says na hindi pala pwede yung incumbent. If you're a sitting governor or mayor, or you cannot join, no? So I think they already were able to get one of the good doctors or who will represent the LGUs, no? So anyway, that will help us a lot, no? And coordinate much better proper coordination with the LGUs, no? And secondly, sir, I think you also mentioned briefly the OFWs. Alam mo, yesterday, after yung meeting namin ni CEO, si PY Kaunan, USEC PY Kaunan, approached me, no? She's asked me for a meeting with PhilHealth. Pupunta raw siya sa office namin. Kasi ang dami na niyang programs na pwedeng gawin with PhilHealth. In fact, excited siya. Sabi niya, I've been wanting to meet with you, pero hindi raw siya nakaka-reach and all that. So, we're having a meeting already next week, no? She'll bring her team, and then kami po, as usual, we're always full force, no? And we will discuss ways how we can work very closely with the migrant workers and the OFWs po. Thank you very much po.
Thank you, Sir Mandy. Meron pa akong isang nagtatanong. Si Doc Hilda. Okay, we're down to the last two. Sige, ma'am. Please.
Hello. Good morning. I'm Rain Alberto from Business Leader, and my question po is regarding the contribution rate, which is at 5% until 2025. Do you see the need to further hike or increase the contribution rate after 2025?
Well, in the law, ma'am, that's it, diba? And in fact, that was one of the issues, I think, that was thoroughly considered by the President in Malacanang when they decided not to suspend, no? And we put in ito, no? Now you're saying, do we still feel the need to increase? Ako, Sir Lem or CEO might want to comment, no? Pero ako personally, feeling ko hindi na kailangan. Okay na kami, diba? We're doing fine. The cash position is good. The company financial position is very good, no? And marami kasi tumutulong sa amin, diba? We have sila PCSO, PAGCOR, DBM, Malacanang. So I think we will be okay. No? We just follow the law. Sundan lang natin yung batas. Ito na yung huli. No problem. No? And we live with that. I don't know, you have any comments, Sir Lem or CEO?
Dr. Hilda? Comment? Question, then, meron pa ba, ma'am? Sorry, ma'am, may follow-up lang. Then, Dr. Hilda. Last na po si Dr. Hilda. Tama po? Wala na. Sige.
So, ayun po. House Speaker Martin Romualdez directed the House Committee on Health to review PhilHealth's charter, emphasizing the need for PhilHealth to operate similar to a health maintenance organization or HMO. What is PhilHealth's opinion or plan on this operating similarly to an HMO?
I will ask, I'll address your question, then I'll pass it on to COO. Well, basically, we operate kasi under the Universal Healthcare National Health Insurance Program, no? Anyway, before COO elaborates on that, ma'am, just so you know, we had a, yesterday kasi we had a meeting in Malacanang with Health PSAC, no, in the Cabinet Secretaries. A few days before that, we had a lengthy meeting in Congress naman, no? It was called for by Speaker Martin, and then it was chaired by Congressman of the Health, the chair of the Health Committee, si Kong Gato, no? And then nandun sila Kong Miguel, nandun si Kong Goles, nandun si Kong Wilbert Lee, no? And it's a very long congressional hearing, no? I think it went for a few hours, no? And my understanding, ma'am, is after the hearing, nag-report si Kong Gato, chair ng Health Committee, nag-report siya kay Speaker Martin. So kinakamusta niya yung feel at everything. And it was all very positive po. No? The response of Kong Gato is, I think PhilHealth is doing everything it can. It's living up to its mandate and trying its best talaga to help the Filipino people. You know? So very positive po yung response. No? And anyway, I'll pass on now to COO to address your question on the HMO and on the NHIS. No?
Thank you very much, Sir PCO. Ma'am, thank you very much for your question. Again, to reiterate the statement of our President and CEO, PhilHealth is created by law under the National Health Insurance Act, as well as the enhanced by the Universal Healthcare Law. So we are a creation of law. So if the legislature or the House of Representatives deem it proper to amend our charter to function similarly with that of the HMO, then we will submit to the wisdom of the Congress as well as the House of Representatives. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So, Doc Hilda.
At meron lang po akong pakiusap sa PhilHealth. Kasi doon din kami pupunta eh. Kasi ang napansin ko po, kapag ka ang mga matatanda na o yung may mga critical na o end stage, nagiging komplikado ng mga sakit nila. Ang napansin ko sa mga hospital bill nila, umabot ng 400 to 1 million. Pero ang deduction ng PhilHealth nasa 10 to 20,000 only. Kasi hindi sila pumapasok sa mga case rates o kasi kapag yung mga matatanda, mga organs nila, iba-iba na complicated, makikita natin sa mga pintuan, paramihan ng mga doktor. Ibig sabihin talagang grabe na yung sakit ng pasyente. Pero pagdating sa claims sa PhilHealth, napakaliit talaga.
Thank you for your question, ma'am. I think, ma'am, it's safe to assume that, like I said earlier, we've started increasing the benefit packages almost across the board, no? And even the ones last year, no, the hemorrhagic, ischemic, stroke, pneumonia, so and so. All of these packages, or a number of these packages, involve the senior citizens, no? So, siguro, ma'am, I guess my answer would be, konting pasyensya na lang. But at least, papunta tayo doon, ma'am. At least, again, like I said earlier, it's very clear we're headed towards that direction, no? And all of this can't happen overnight. But I think, at least rest assured, we are thoroughly studying, we're thoroughly working on it, na at some point in time, dadating po tayo doon, diba? So, just a little more patience, ma'am.
Kasi pinipili po ng hospital, isa lang. Kung saan package lang sila papasok, yun isa lang. Pero ang dami nilang klaseng sakit na kaya umabot ng million, sabihin natin 500,000 up. Tapos, ang nakikita ko talaga mga hospital bill nila, nasa 20, talaga pinakamalaki, 20,000 only.
I'll address, CEO will address the question.
Thank you, Sir PCO. Ma'am, we understand the situation. That's why we are continuously developing our Z benefit for catastrophic illness. So these are the illnesses that we deem uh, very costly to patients, meaning if they're afflicted by these diseases, some of them will borrow so much money, sell their houses, whatever they have, just to cover their medical expenses. So we at PhilHealth is continuously developing this Z benefit for catastrophic illness, and it is through the leadership of our President and CEO that we are now continuously developing it. So we are not there yet, we admit, but we continuously develop. Our objective is for our patients, PhilHealth members, Filipinos, not to shell out money for the medical expenses, especially for the catastrophic illness, meaning no out-of-pocket expense at all. So that's the goal of PhilHealth. Again, through the efforts of our President and CEO, Sir Mandy, we are moving towards that direction. Thank you very much for that question.
And for our last two questions from Buena Bernal of Channel News Asia, ang request po nila is to be answered in English, possibly because their audience is international. One, what specific programs of PhilHealth are funded by sin taxes? How have sin taxes helped PhilHealth? That's for question number one. And question number two, why were advance payments to providers used as the method of payment for consulta? What problems does this method prevent? For the first question muna po, sir.
Syntaxes. Sir Len, can you, sir, para, I'll ask Sir Lem, because Sir Lem yung expert dito.
Yes, the syntax money or proceeds, even by yung mga unsweetened beverages, ito yung fund sources to finance the health insurance of indirect contributors. The indirect contributors are those poor, as identified by the Department of Social Welfare and Development. This is also the source of fund for the premium of senior citizens, persons with disability, and yun na po. No? So, and even those not captured by the listahanan of the Department of Social Welfare. So this is the fund source in syntax money.
Thank you. And for the second question, why were advance payments to providers used as the method to pay for consulta? So what problems does this method prevent?
Thank you for that question. So we had, as we all know, PhilHealth had been plagued by issues on delay in the payment of claims. So at present, we are promoting this prospective payment mechanism as provided under our universal healthcare law. So at present, we are doing it in a sandbox setting, meaning pilot study. We are advancing payment to our facilities to promote the primary healthcare. So at present, under sandbox, we are doing this prospective payment to provinces, primary care provider network, only government facilities. So again, it is still under study, on pilot study, under sandbox approach. Thank you very much for that question.
Thank you, Attorney Eli. And for the ultimate last question, hindi pa mo ba kayo gutom? O sige. So, ma'am, please, from our friends from HMO Philippines.
Sir, actually, it's not a question. This is the reality. I'm Len Hernandez from Health Money and Opportunities. Now, my mom died in a case of leukemia. She spent 2 weeks in a hospital. Like what the other reporter told you earlier, that we have 1.8 million expenses that we dealt in that hospital. And sadly to say, when I was processing her claim for PhilHealth, I was only given 6,000 as deductible for PhilHealth benefit plus the additional the 20% discount of being a senior
Yes
citizen.
po.
She is a government employee for the past 35 years of her
Yes po.
life.
Yes.
And sadly to say, kailangan ko pang mang-away dun sa representative ng PhilHealth to maximize her benefit.
Okay.
It's because she already passed away.
When was this again po?
Actually, it's 3 years ago.
3 years ago po. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
It's just, I would like to tell you the reality of what's really
yes.
happening
Yes po. Again,
in private hospital.
yes.
At the same time, we experience ko, maybe probably some other experiencing it. Hopefully sana, if you're still learning or you're still studying or you're still doing things for that, hopefully na magawa nyo ng paraan para sa iba.
Po, thank you very much for your question po. So 3 years ago, first of all po, I'm sorry for the loss of your relative. No? Sympathize with you po. Now, this happened 3 years ago, and we hear you loud and clear po. Remember, I mentioned also earlier, it's been 12 or 13 years since the case packages have been enhanced. So, very clear yan na napakababa yan, hindi nagagalaw. And it was, we've only started last year with the 3, and then we're going to continue this year with the 30% increase almost across the board. So again, ma'am, sorry to hear about your loss, but I think you will agree with us when we're saying about, we were reiterating kami po ni COO na we know what the problems are, we know what the issues are, we know what the shortcomings are. And I think it's very clear we are addressing it po. Diba? Now, these things take time po. Diba? Hindi naman pwedeng overnight yan. So, I think the fact that we started already last year, diba? And we're about to implement the 30% increase almost across the board soon, actually, nandyan na, February 14, diba? Doon na tayo papunta, ma'am, diba? And then I was saying kanina, then even CEO was reiterating, diba? We're not going to stop there, diba? We're not going to stop at 30%. We're not going to stop in the increasing capitation. We might not even stop in that, even if we reach 50% of Speaker Martin's proposal recommendation, we might not even stop there. We might even go 60, 70, whatever, no? So, at least, ma'am, ang hiningi namin sa inyo po, konting pasyensya na lang. At least naman po, nakikita nyo naman, we're moving there, eh, diba? So, yan na lang. Kasi, but we're really, ma'am, I cannot overstate how hard we are working in PhilHealth. Talagang nagtatrabaho talaga kami, ma'am. Serious yan, no? So, pagbigyan mo niya sa amin yan, ma'am, sana sandali na lang. We're working as fast as we can, but we will get there. And we're not surprised nga to hear what you mentioned. Talagang mababa eh. Kaya naman namin ina-address to, diba? Kasi po, more than 10 years hindi nagagalaw. Talagang naiwan yan, diba? Mali talaga yan, diba? And we are rectifying that. We've started doing it. We will continue doing it. We won't stop, ma'am, until we get to our destination. Promise yan po. Thank you very much po.
Thank you, Sir Mandy. Thank you po, ma'am. So, PhilHealth is not going to stop until bawat miyembro masabi damang-dama ko ang benepisyo. And with that, we would like to close this press conference. We would like to thank you for your active participation. And also, we would like to thank Sir Mandy, Attorney Eli, Sir Lynette, Ma'am Joby, Sir Len, and Dr. Fox. Maraming salamat po. And now we invite you to lunch. Ang ating pong lunch ay nasa ground floor po. May mga mag-a-assist po sa atin doon. Again, maraming salamat.
Good lunch po. Good lunch po. And please don't forget to visit our media center. Pinaghirapan po namin yan para sa inyo. Sayang naman kung hindi nyo gagamitin. So, please pass by when you're free. No? At siguraduhin namin, kumanda na yung wifi, no? Or yung wifi, we'll have yummy sandwiches and refreshments there. Thank you very much to all po.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good day po.
Lunch time. So sorry, I forgot photo.